Pen Gangster here, and I'm here to show you a pen that you probably never, ever expected BENU to create. Yes, BENU. BENU has a brand new pen collection that they just released maybe a week or two ago, and it's called I'm going to try to say it as French as I can, Haute, Haute Collection, Haute Collection, Haute. There you go. If there was a spelling bee, I'd totally win it. So the Haute Collection, and it's very subtle and more like pared down a bit. I don't know how I can explain it. It's so strange. I mean, I guess I can show you. This is the pen I have. So yeah, this is the Pearl. And there are many different finishes for the Haute Collection with names such as pizzazz. No, I'm just kidding. It's not pizzazz, but there's like lush and chic and pretty much anything fashion related. And that's pretty much what this collection is inspired by, is high fashion, haute couture being something that is fashion that's created specifically for that brand or for that audience. So, and we're talking, like really fancy dresses that wouldn't be released to the public. But the BENU collection is different. It's totally released to the public. It's totally for you. It's totally for me. It's for everyone. In fact, if you look at the BENU Haute Collection, there is a pen for everyone. There's a pen for those who really love the amount of glitter that BENU is known to use in their pens. And there is the pen that is known for those who want a subtle amount of glitter, such as this one, which is why I picked it, because I love the glitter. I love glitter. I love a sparkle. I love a good sequin. But sometimes it's just too much. And BENU has been known to make some pens that have a lot of glitter, but this one is subtle. It has a very beautiful shimmering or pearl, teal, and peachy pink resin, which I love. And then you can see the ring around the cap, and then the section of the pen have glitter in it. It's a nice translucent glitter resin, which I love. I love that see-through stuff. I love a good demonstrator, and this is just a nice touch to that. There's even a nice silver band around the cap, right in between the translucent piece and the resin, or the pearly resin, and same with right here, right below the section. And I really love that. It's just a very tasteful way to use glitter, and so I love that so much. And like I said, there are several options available. In fact, I'll show you real quick on my phone. You'll see this on Juicy Broads in a little bit. How cool is that? Yeah, I found it on Amazon, but of course. So here is the Haute Collection. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through here real quick so you can see the different pens they have. I wish I had all of them to show you right here, but I don't. So as you can see, some of them are very subtle. Some of them have a lot of glitter, some do not. But I really like this one. If you're not a big glitter person, like that's a good option for you. And this one too. And so what BENU is doing is it's a very different take on their pens. It's something that can appeal to a lot of people, and I really like that they're doing that. Because I know, there are guys who, I know guys who would carry around and use the really chunky glitter pens, but I know guys who won't. They won't touch a BENU because it is so glittery. And so this gives an option. And the design itself is very classic. It has kind of a squared finial here on the cap, also at the bottom of the barrel, which I think is super nice. Comes with a Schmidt nib. Mine is a fine Schmidt stainless Schmidt. Mine is a fine Schmidt stainless steel nib that writes really great, really nice. And I think Schmidt is it's kind of an underrated nib. Everybody goes for the Yovo nib, but nobody ever just reaches for the Schmidt the way that BENU does. And there's a couple other pen brands that do as well. But Schmidt makes really great nibs, and they're not used enough in pens, in my opinion. So it is also a cartridge converter pen, which is very easy to fill, very easy to clean, especially if you, kind of like me, don't really find much joy in cleaning a piston filling pen. I find them to be kind of a pain in the butt to clean, but this is way easier. And also, if you ever feel inclined to do so, a great thing about BENU pens is there's no metal threading. So if you have some silicone grease, you can grease the threads right here and convert this pen into an eyedropper pen. So that's a lot of fun, especially if you need a pen that has or needs a higher capacity of ink. You can convert this pen into that, which is a nice option. It does post, although I find when it's posted, it makes it just a little bit too long for me. For people with bigger hands, this might actually work for you very well. But yeah, for me, I prefer it to be unposted. I think this is way more comfortable, and it just feels nice and light this way too. So the Haute Collection, that's terrible. That is a terrible way to say that word. Especially, I wish I had a French accent to deliver those words to you better, but I don't. It's just, we'll all get over it, I suppose. But this pen, I want to say Schmidt nib because now it's just stuck in my head. But this BENU Haute Collection price ranges, I have it written down right here, from $210 to $230. I'm not exactly sure what the price difference is between a $210 and $230, $20 difference. This one runs for $210. I imagine maybe it doesn't take as much to build this pen as maybe some of the other pens might have a more complicated build. That's the only thing I can think of that the price difference would be, but $20 difference isn't that big of a deal in my opinion. So you can find the new Haute Collection at benupens.com. You can also find it at luxurybrands.com. They are the US-based distributor of BENU. And you can also find this pen at Pen Chalet and possibly Gold Spot Pens, though I didn't check their website. But I know that Pen Chalet and Gold Spot, and I believe Goulet carries BENU pens. There's probably more than that, like Atlas. You guys are gonna like go in the comments, well, oh, what about this shop? What about this shop? Okay, yeah, these are the ones from the top of my head. Okay, I'm not an encyclopedia. Okay, I'm just not. Whatever. I mean, it'd be cool if I were, but I'm not. All right. Well, that's all I have to say about this pen. Please be sure to go check out benupens.com, as well as your other favorite retailers for BENU pens, and take a look at their new Haute Collection. I really think there's something for everyone there. I do. I really, really do. I do. Oh, apparently Rhonda does too. Yeah. Great. Well, I got to close this because I got to go to an episode of Juicy Broads here in a second. And that's how the ink flows.